Hey, we're live. Sorry. Hey, everybody. This is Daryl, aka the D from the Simply Incredible podcast. And today we have our weekly comic book haul. Give me 1 second here. Got a couple of things I want to go to over here so we can get everything going. Almost there. 2 more seconds. And see if anybody's going to come on and hang out with me today for a few minutes while I'm up here. This is a short haul today, and so we'll see what we got. First of all, I hope you guys can hear me. I think you can. All right, here we go. Okay, sorry, it took so long to do that. First off, before I get to the actual comic book haul, I just want to show you guys this I picked up last week. It's I always forget I got to put it over this shoulder. It's my Harley Quinn DC Collectibles. It is from the Artist Collection, limited edition. And this is the Books A Million exclusive. It does have a little ding on the box right here, but still, it's pretty cool. And they also had Harley and, not Harley, but Catwoman and Poison Ivy in this little run. And the reason I picked this one up is kind of a different color there. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. There she is on the back. And it's kind of a little, it's just the lid of it right there. They had one more in the box, was beat up pretty good, so I just went in and picked up this one. Thought it looked pretty sweet, so yeah. One more Harley Quinn to add to the collection of many, many, many Harley Quinns. All right, here we go. And now, the new comic book haul. And here's the thing about this one. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, it started in New York at Midtown Comics. Went down to Roanoke, Virginia, which is about an hour from here. If you guys follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or actually Instagram, you would have seen this because I posted a picture of tracking. And then it decided to go to the other side of the state to Norfolk, Virginia. Mind you, it sat in Roanoke for about 4 days. I don't know why. And then it just, they got it and said it's on its way to destination. I'm like, they go drive it all the way back here. From there, I mean, did they put the wrong address on it? What happened? So, oh, okay. I was wondering what that glare is. There's right up there, this box right here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to stay in the way of that. So, then the next day, it says on its way back to facility. To next facility, to the next facility. I'm like, what facility is it going to now? Because it didn't say where it was going. And it showed up at my house. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on in Roanoke with the UPS and FedEx, not FedEx, UPS and USPS. But something's going on there since around September to October, somewhere in that ballpark. They've started having issues, and I don't know what is going on. There we go. But it's sometimes it will get to Roanoke, next day it's here. Sometimes it will get to Roanoke, sit there 4 or 5 days, then show up here. Sometimes it will get to Roanoke. Well, one time got to Roanoke, and apparently it fell into a black hole. We don't know what happened to it that time. But Midtown, they gave me a full refund. And by the time that it was done, a lot of the books were sold out because it took about a month before them to realize that it was completely gone. So a month later, you're not going to get those books. But I ended up getting most of them that time. So this way. I keep forgetting. There we go. Midtown Comics, my weekly comic book haul. This is from last week. And the one for this week is already shipped, so that one could very easily make it by Saturday. And today is Thursday. So it's quite the mess. It's quite the mess. Not having an LCS really does stink sometimes. Really, really does stink. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yep, it's the box right down yonder. All right, we will start off with Batman. Is that Batman? Or is that just Batman number 63? And this is the B cover. So I try to put it at a little bit of an angle so you don't get that glare on it. There we go. And you got all kinds of angles there. There we go. It's an awesome cover. Tony Daniels? Yeah, Tony Daniels cover. Yeah. Does some awesome, awesome artwork. Next is one of the Marvel 80th anniversary covers done by Phil Noto. These are all connecting covers. I think there's a total of 9 of them. This one is The Amazing Spider-Man number 13. ASM 13. Volume, who knows which volume it is. It's one kind of issue I do have with Marvel and really DC as well is how they just keep rebooting stuff. I really don't like that at all. Let's just go with it and just run with it. I mean, for how many decades did it work just fine? You know, changing artists midway through and artists, writers, changing teams. It seemed to work pretty good. What do we know, right? Next, rant, sorry. Next is another of the Noto Marvel 80th anniversaries. Fish Tropic, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? And this one is this Venom? No, Fantastic Four, number 6. Okay, awesome the cover. Again, Phil Noto, to me, he's kind of an underrated artist. There you go. Is it really, really cold up there in Canada? I know around here it's gotten as low as 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me say that as well. Fahrenheit. And people around here complain. I was like, well, in Indiana around Notre Dame, they were talking about temperatures being in like the negative 20s. So we can't complain about so much. I mean, we really can't. Next is The Death of Daredevil, number 612. This is the second printing. So I was like, that's an awesome cover. Is this Noto also? In my mind, I'm thinking this is Noto. Yes, this is also a Phil Noto cover. I'm holding it at an angle. There we go. Negative 20. Is that Fahrenheit or is that Celsius? Either way, that's real cold. Actually, around that temperature, it starts to get pretty close together. I think at around negative 43 is where Celsius and Fahrenheit actually meet. I believe that's right. Y'all might want to Google that to see. But I'm pretty sure it's negative 43. Yes, this is the Noto second print. Get behind it in chat. Here's one that one of my friends, he wanted, so I was like, all right, I'll order it for you. Again, I thought it was going to be here a few days ago, but neither here nor there. It is Daredevil number 612. This is the C cover, the Bill Sienkiewicz. Yeah, man. Sienkiewicz. Gosh, why is there so much glare on it? I hope it comes off where you guys can see it well. It's an awesome, awesome cover. Kind of wish I got one for myself now that I'm looking at it. And I tell you what, he has been around for seemingly forever, but man, he's a good artist. Such an amazing artist. There we go. And I went ahead and picked up the A cover, the Noto A cover of that Daredevil 612, The Death of. Which, that just means he's going to be rebooted again. Again. There we go. Next is Teen Titans number 26. It is the Alex Garner Kid Flash cover. Yeah, glare. Man, I did not expect there to be so much glare on this, but it sure enough is. I hope you guys can see it well because the glare is terrible. Yes, anybody's here, hit the thumbs up. I think it's just me and you, Fish. Next is this Guns variant, but which issue? War is Hell, Young Guns. This is issue 1, Young Guns variant. Yeah, I know the glare is just brutal. I'm sorry about that. I'll have to find another way to do it so we don't have such a bad glare on them. Wolverine, Cap in the background. Got Black Widow. That is awesome. Great looking cover. Great looking cover. And next is Batman number 63. This is the A cover. Who did the art on this? That's a beautiful looking cover too. That is Mikel Janin. Mikel Janin. Awesome, awesome cover. Awesome Batman. I believe that's Constantine in the background. John Constantine. And last but not least, it is, I'll show you the back. It is, what is it? The Dynamic Forces pack. Was this the Valentine's pack? New Year's celebration pack. All right, we start off with stay, don't fall, guys. Stay. There we go. Which this one I actually already have. Wow. As I'm looking at it, that looks absolutely terrible. Not terrible good. That looks terrible bad. Can you see that pretty good? I can't tell. Actually, I'm thinking about maybe doing that every week. This is the Jay Lee variant. I actually already have this one. And the one I have is actually signed by Jay Lee. Still, pretty awesome. Next is a Harley Quinn #1. How about that? One of the Harley Quinns that I do not have. It's got a big ding on the corner. There we go. The Comics Exposure. There we go. Yeah, all right. There we go. Yep, wrong button. Supposed to be this button. No, supposed to be this button. There we go. I might do that. I might start doing that. Maybe start doing those on, well, I was going to say I can start doing those on Thursdays, but next Thursday, finally, after all this time, I've been whining and complaining because it's what I do. I'm quite a gifted whiner and complainer, but I will finally get my hip replaced next Thursday, 7 days from today. Today's Thursday, isn't it? Yes, 7 days from today. So I cannot wait. And last book is Convergence, Justice League of America. This one is signed. This is all, wow, okay. This is only 10 made, and this is number 2, signed by Fabian Nicieza. Justice League of America Convergence. And let's see. You can see it. Oops, wrong side. See where he signed it right there. Only 10 made. Well, I was actually, the reason I was thinking about doing it on Thursdays for the next week, like doing it today for next week's, because a lot of times if you are ordering from Midtown, if you wait until the day they actually release, a lot of them will already be sold out. So this is pretty cool. Only, wow, only 10 made that have been signed. How about that? That's pretty cool. 2 of 10. Dynamic Forces. There we go. There we go. And that is my haul for the week. Not too much come out this week. So, yeah, only got 10 issues. And that Dynamic Forces had 3, so that gave me a total of 12 issues. So there we go. There we go. So let me think about that. Another thing I need to think about is, how will it work with me using their website for stuff? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out. Anything special for what, next week? Honestly, I don't know. I have to re-look to see what I actually ordered for next week. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, Fish. I know definitely. It's gonna. It's. I've had friends that have had them, and they say, "Dude, it is life changing." I told my doctors in Charlottesville, and that I was going to need it, and they asked. First thing they asked is, "How old was I?" And I was like, "I'm 46," and they're like, "Oh, you're too young. We don't really like to do them until you're 55." And I kind of explained to my medical history, and they're like, "Well, tell you what, send your reports down here, X-rays and stuff, and we'll take a look at it." Boom, let's go. I'm starting to have a few people on now. I mean, you were here last week, but Boom Boom was on, and there's a few more people I'm trying to get on. And at some point, Fish, you're gonna have to join me as well. Probably after the hip replacement. So that way we can get everything going. Did you get your Rick and Morty #1? I forgot about that one. Seawood, he's a good dude. I like him. I will say this: there are a few people on here that I've tried to join their podcast, and that said, "Hey, just let me know anytime you're having live stream. I would love to join you guys and talk comics and stuff." He never gotten back to me. There's a bunch of them. So I will say this: I put my name out there, and a lot of them are kind of like, eh. So yeah, it is hard to find. It is hard to find that Rick and Morty #1. Last year. So I remember when you first asked me about it, it wasn't that long later. I saw one at a show, and I thought about getting it, but it was not the A cover. It was it a second or third print or something? And I was like, I'm not gonna get a second or third print. Boxes of #1s, yeah. When I kind of first got going, I mean really going, any #1 out there I picked up. And yeah, I didn't care what it was. I would pick up #1. So it was like, eh. And this was back in 91, 92, 93, somewhere in that ballpark, where I really got going. Before that, I collected as well, but not really collected. Just kind of bought some, read some, and most of them got thrown away before I really got to actually collecting. And I wish I had those older issues. Mistake. Hey, James Berry Jr., what is going on, my friend? How you doing? Just hanging out, chatting a little bit now that I've gotten done with the haul. Got a few decent books in there. I was kind of surprised at one of them, actually. This one, Dynamic Forces. Only 10 made. 10 copies made. Well, 10 copies signed. Let's do that. 10 copies signed. Yeah, so that's a big difference. God Country #1, 1. I've got an A copy, a B. I've got like second, third printings, I think it is. I do have a second, I think it's a second print signed by Donnie Cates when I met him down in Charlotte, I think year before last. Dang. Well, I have to get mine online. I don't even have an LCS anymore, James. So having to wait that long, that stinks. Which one, Fish? The Rick and Morty or the God Country? God Country, I do have the A copy as well. A copy, a B copy, like second, third printings. The one I do not have, I'm pretty sure they had like the gold foil cover. That one I never did get. There's a gold foil, I never found it around here, which made me mad. Made me very mad. Yeah. Yeah. I do have the one of my favorite little runs from last year. Was it the year before, or did I remember it was actually last year or the year before last? Either 2017 or 2018. It was Crosswind by Gail Simone, and Gail Simone did the writing. Who was a great writer, by the way. To me, she is one of the best writers. She's done Action Comics, Crosswind. She's done Birds of Prey. There's a long list of things she's done through the years, and she's amazing. But she did the writing for Crosswind, and Kat Staggs did the art on it. It's one of my favorite little runs. It's a 6-issue run. And I did get the gold foil cover for that one. Yeah, yeah. Keeping them when they can maintain their value. It's you just never know. I was looking at White Witch that just come out, and people are asking like $30 for it. It's like, good lord. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. Yeah, James. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, for me, the closest LCS is over an hour away now, and so I'm just like, and by the time I put the gas in it, and none of them have any discount programs, so it's easier for me just to buy them online, save money, and go on about my day. Yeah, yeah. And you check eBay on them on the White Witch, and gosh, I can't remember the name of the company that actually released it. I can't think of who it was. It wasn't one of your main three, Marvel, DC, or Image, IDW, Dark Horse. It was none of those. It was another brand that I can't remember which one it was, and people are going nuts for it. And what I think it is, a great cover. For Midtown, yeah, yeah, I've not had any issues. Well, the only issue I had is they shipped it and it got lost in the mail, and they gave me a full refund on it. They have tracking on it. They can see that it never got here, so they gave me a full refund. There have been people that's had issues with it, but I never have. I've had people say it takes them forever to get there. I've not had that problem. They release on a Wednesday. They actually mail them on Wednesday. At the latest I've ever seen them mail it was on a Thursday. So, then sometimes the mail takes it a while to get here, but I've really not had any issues with them. I've had people say that if they did get a copy with a ding corner or something, that they are really difficult to deal with trying to make that right. But again, I personally have not had any issues. I've talked to a few other people that have had no issues. See, right. Here's the box. They bubble wrap them all the way around. I will say this: they came in great shape, and on the side of the box, there's a big chunk taken out of it. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh gosh. But they are bubble wrapped all the way around the books, as you can see. So where the chunk was taken out over here, you got bubble wrap right there, so it didn't affect the books. So again, like I say, I've got no problems with them, but I've definitely had people say they have big issues with them. Again, just going with what I've had. Another good place I've heard is My Comic Shop. I don't know how far in advance that they actually have the new week's books that you can purchase online. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it looks kind of like, to me right there, like they slid a dolly under it and just chunked it. Either a dolly or I don't know, maybe got hooked on a conveyor belt or something right there. But again, books came fine. So there we go. There we go. Books came fine. Well, I don't think another box would have, made that big a chunk into it. I mean, it had to hit pretty hard because these boxes are very solid. So it would have had to hit really, really hard. Maybe it was in a car wreck. I don't know. But again. Oh, hand truck. Oh, hard. Yeah. Yeah, punched it. Hand truck got it. The dolly, something out of it. Some people, maybe Chuck Norris put a chop on it. Chuck Norris. You don't mess with Chuck. All right, guys, I'm gonna go rest my hips some more. I may come back later. I'm not sure, but I may. I don't know. I just don't know. But thanks for hanging out with me. Remember, hit the like button, hit the bell down there on the side, so that way you'll know when I'm on. And that's all I got. And you guys have an incredible day.